Good evening and welcome to tonight's Neals Remedy Opportunity Night. I am so excited to be here talking to you, especially live. And I really hope this evening is going to be really informative for you, because I want to talk to you about Neals Remedies on a personal level and on a business level, and to share my story with you in case you are at all interested. So I have some notes, only simply because there is so much to tell you, and if I tell you the whole story, we are literally going to be here all night. So I'm going to try and keep it kind of concise and hopefully interesting for you. So like I say, I want to talk to you a little bit about Neals Remedies, how I fell in love with it, my story, because I think sometimes it's nice to hear how other people discover things and how it's changed their life, etc, etc. I want to talk to you about Neals Remedies on a personal level, as a woman, how Neals Remedies can really work for you. And I want to talk to you a little bit about perhaps if you have a business within the health, the well-being, the beauty sector of any part of that, or whether you are thinking of possibly, you'd love to start your own business but you don't really know where to start and how to do things. I want to talk to you about having Neals Remedies as a prospective business opportunity. But whatever the conversation is going to be about, it's really to give you some empowerment as a woman, to kind of really understand what is out there for us that can help us, that can benefit us in, like I say, every level, personal and business. So just so you know, in case you don't know me, I'm Eleanor Inwood. I have worked within the health and the beauty industry since 1994 when I qualified. I qualified as a BTEC beauty therapist, which is kind of like your top grade therapist, and I have worked in the industry for nearly 30 years. I have worked within the retail sector as well. So I've got quite a lot of experience, etc, etc, but I've actually run my own businesses, had my own salons since 2004. So I've been around the block. There's quite a lot I know stored in this old brain. So if we go back to the beginning, when I started my first beauty salon in 2004, I had a budget, and I knew that was all the money that I had to start my first salon. It was a bricks and mortar high street salon. And back in the day, obviously I wanted to get hold of a beautiful skincare, body care, well-being brand. And I was looking at a lot of the iconic spa brands that were able to be retailed in the UK. And I had quite a few meetings with sales reps just to come to the salon, talk to me about all the products, and when they used to tell me what the startup cost would be, and back then, things have probably changed now, but back then you would buy in the salon size products to use in your treatments, so for facials, manicures, pedicure, body treatments, scrubs, massage, oils, etc. And then you would also have to buy in a retail range that you then sell on to your clients. And back then, my budget was like small, really, really small. And I was kind of like, what do? I want these really nice big brands because I know what a big brand can do for my business. But I couldn't afford the £2,500 to £3,000 to £4,000 to £5,000 startup fee. It was just not ever going to happen. And I kind of was a bit gutted, but I made the most of the brand that I could use at the time, and that's what we have to do in business. Sometimes we have to go through the stages of business to be able to mature, to grow, and then to eventually find what we are looking for. So that's what I did within my salons initially back in 2004. Roll on a few years, I was invited to a party. Okay, now for those that know me really well, you know that I don't do parties. I'm not a party person, okay, but it was my friend, a really, really good friend, and she said, I'm having a Neals party, and I was a little bit like, what's Neals? Never heard of Neals, ever heard of Neals, totally off my radar. And I thought, what a weird weird thing to be called Neals Yard. It sounds like something you'd take your car to for a repair. Anyway, she said it was all aromatherapy, and obviously being a beauty therapist, I was like, okay, well, you know, got nothing else to do. I will come along and I will see what it's all about. So I was really like, no idea, you know, completely naive to what it was. Anyway, knocked on her door that evening. She opened the door and this massive waft of the most beautiful fragrances come out of her hallway. And I was a little bit taken aback. Initially I was like, God, blimey, what is that? That smells gorgeous. And I walked into her lounge diner, this massive lounge diner, and she'd got one end set up with a big dining table, and there was like blue tablecloths over everything, and there was just the most gorgeous display of beautiful, beautiful products. Glass blue bottles everywhere, like jars open, you know, that it can be used. There was a lady standing there talking to other people, and I was like, what is this? Where am I? This just, from a visual perspective, just looked beautiful. So I kind of sat there for the evening. There was lots of people in the room, which is not really my kind of thing. So I was a little bit like, but I was really, really interested in what the lady was saying, because she was saying, oh, she's not a beauty therapist. She basically was a stay-at-home mum, and she'd been bringing up her boys for quite a long time, and she felt a little bit like, who am I, what am I, where's my purpose? So she had decided, really randomly through somebody else, to become a Neals Yard consultant. And this was one of her first parties, and she was telling us all about, you know, all the products. And obviously me, being a beauty therapist, was very much kind of like, I'm really, really interested. But when she was telling me stuff, I was like, oh, and you could do this with it, and you could do that with it, and you could do the other with it. And I was really, really, really intrigued. And I kept, my brain was like, thinking about all different things, you know, I could do that with that, I could do that with that, I could use it for this, I could use it for that. Really, really, really interesting. Anyway, as we kind of sat there, she brought up this product, and she started to talk about this product. I've got it here. And she was telling me about like rose and geranium and balancing and massage and cleansing and being a beauty balm and all these amazing things about this product. And I was like, really? This sounds gorgeous. So she gave us all a little spatula. We were all able to take a little bit of the balm out, and she said, rub it in your hands and have a really good smell. And I was like, oh, this is exciting. Let's give it a go. And I remember taking the first breath in, and I remember just thinking, oh my word, what is this all about? This is stunning. And I sat there and I thought, I don't think I've ever smelled anything so amazing. And this is what it looks like, just so you can see, because I still use it today. It's a really, really, really gorgeous, thick balm. And I sat there when I sort of smelt it, and I thought, oh my God, you know what? I could use this every night. This would be really good on my skin. It'll be radiance. It's full of essential oils. It's going to help me relax. It's going to help calm my anxiety, which I was suffering with at the time. And I was thinking, back of my head, I was thinking, my clients would love this. If I use this in a facial, they would this would blow their mind. And I was so excited about this product. So I was like, right, I absolutely know what I'm going to be ordering at the end of this night. Anyway, we got chatting about all the different products, etc., etc. And I was really kind of like, I said to her, where's Neals Yard come from? And she said, well, to be honest with you, she said, it's been around since 1981. She said it was based in London in Covent Garden, which it still is now. It's a beautiful, beautiful, absolutely amazing shop. She said, but to be fair, she said, we've only just started doing direct selling, which is what I'm doing. We literally only started doing this in 2009. So the lady that was running the party was so new at this. And I was like, oh my God, where have I been? Have I lived under a rock? I was just like completely blown away, because like I say, it was never on my radar. I'd heard of different aromatherapy brands, but I think because it was called Neals Yard, if I had have heard of it or seen it, I probably would have dismissed it because of the name. I probably would have thought, like I say, oh, that's somewhere that you take your car, you know. But I fell in love with the products that night. When I was driving home, I remember thinking, oh, I could use this for this and I could use that for that. And I was just like wowed, just genuinely wowed by the products. And again, those who know me, I'm not easily pleased. I am really fussy and I expect a lot from something. If I buy something, it absolutely has to do what it says on the tin. If it says you will feel relaxed, if I'm not relaxed, this product is not for me. So I'm really quite fussy. And I remember on the way home thinking, if I use that on my clients, they would adore this. This could really change the way that I do facials. Fast forward, because we will be here tonight. Fast forward, I got home and I looked in the catalogue and I was like, oh, if I bought this, so I'd ordered that. I think at the time it was less than it is now because obviously that's a long time ago. I think at the time it was about £35, something like that. And then I was like, right, what else would I use? Oh, I could use this, and I could use that room spray, and I could use that Remedies to roll, and oh, they've got arnica for my back. Oh, that's great. And I kind of added it all up, and I think over a cup of tea, I think I'd spend about £140 in my head. And I carried on flicking through, and towards the back of the catalogue, there was this section that said, become a consultant. I was like, what does that mean? Again, completely naive to direct selling, had never been involved with direct selling. The only direct selling company I knew at that time was Betterware and Ann Summers. That was it, and Avon, okay? I hadn't really got any understanding of direct selling. So I kind of read it and it was like, you know, calling all women that want to earn a second income or therapists in the complementary sector or holistic sector. This is a way that you can earn extra money, blah, 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 retain the products, using the products within your business. And I was like, well, I'm a beauty therapist. Well, this makes sense. I could use these in my facials, in my back massage, in my body massage, in my body scrubs, my pedicures, my manicures. I could use these products throughout the whole of my price list. I was like, okay, what's in the kit? And I added up the kit, and I'm not kidding you. And the kit was different to how it is now. Not any less, or it was just different. And I added up the kit, and I was like, are you kidding me? There's like £300 worth of stuff. And everything that I wanted was in this kit. And I was like, well, it's a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. Because back then, I think the kit was £99, okay? I was like, well, I was going to spend 140. The kit's 99. I get 3 or 4 times more than I would have got. And I can use these in my business. I can integrate these into my business and potentially change my business. Well, it's a no-brainer. Sold. Done. So I messaged the consultant, Laura, and I said, Laura, how do I sign up, please? And she was like, oh, okay. And she sent me the link. She was totally surprised. And I was like, done, signed up, paid, done. And she was like, I don't know what I'm doing though. I'm like, don't worry, I'll figure it out. She said, well, there's team groups and there's a back office and there's training manuals and da-da-da. I was like, don't worry, I will figure it out. I'm a beauty therapist, I'll figure it out. Don't stress. But I remember thinking that night, this is going to change everything. The worst case scenario that I could come up with was this massive kit was going to arrive at my house and I use it all for myself and I do nothing with it in my business. That was the worst case scenario, which to me, is it really the worst case? But to me, that was the worst case. What is the worst situation? I spend £99 on a kit. I use it all on myself. I don't use it in my business. Well, I'm going to benefit. I remember thinking the blue glass bottles, oh, gorgeous. They're gorgeous. There is a story behind those. The smells, the aromatics. Now, I was a bit of an anxiety sufferer and I was going through a bit of a shift in my business at the time. And I remember the smells and I remember reading about the essential oils and I remember thinking, this could really change my mindset. This could really change my mood. This could really help me on a real personal level here, like a well-being level. You know, forget the client's part of it. I'm going to benefit from using these products. I remember reading about the fact that it was all organic, it was award winning, it was like the first soil certified organic product in the whole of the UK. It was like revolutionary, okay? And I remember reading review upon review, do my research, and there was just so much goodness in this brand. It was, to me, it was like, I can't see how this can't benefit me in one way or another. And I had a conversation with Laura, and I said, you know, don't worry, I'm not going to ask you a zillion questions. She's like, honestly, ask me away, Eleanor. She said, but there are some team groups I can add you in. You can ask your questions in there if I don't know the answers. She said, to be fair, I'm not a beauty therapist. She said, you're probably going to teach me more than me teach you. I was like, well, just give me the heads up. Is there any targets? She was like, no, there's no targets. I said, so I haven't got to hit a monthly sales. She went, no targets. I said, okay. She said, you get a free website. I said, a free website? Yeah. She said, and it's a secure, safe website? She said, yeah. She said, you can just direct your friends, your family, your clients. They can go on and order whatever they want. It gets shipped directly to them. You don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything. She went, no. I was like, okay. She said you can share it with your friends and family if you want to. You can leave it just for your clients. She said, or you can just order for yourself. You know, you can literally treat it as a wholesalers and just buy the Neals Yard products for yourself as and when you want them throughout the year. There's zero pressure. I was like, okay, this sounds really good. What's the catch? She's like, there's no catch. There's no catch. She said, you know, the ethics behind the company is brilliant. She said, I'm just a mum. I said, well, you're not just a mum. She said, well, I'm just a mum. I don't have any background. But she said, there's so much training and guidance that they provide for you, that they teach you all the basics if you want to know. And, you know, there's no pressure. I don't feel like I'm under any pressure. She said, I just love the brand and I'm just happy to talk about it. She said, I use all the products myself. She said, I use it in the family home. She said, it's just really simple just to have conversations. It's like, okay, if you say there's no catch, I believe you. So we kind of talked a little bit about, I remember her saying, it'd be great for you because you've got a beauty studio. So she said, you could put a few bottles on display so when your clients come in, they can see different products. She said, obviously you can retail them, but she said, most of all, you can use them in your treatments. I was like, I know. I said, I'm really actually quite excited. And I thought at the time, I'd been, so this was 2009, 2010. So I'd been in business 3-4 years. And like I said, I'd been using wholesale brands, which is nothing wrong with them whatsoever. Absolutely fine. But I felt in my heart of hearts, I wanted to level up. I felt as a therapist, as a person, I had more to give. I felt within my business that my business could begin to boom if I had the right range. Because knowing about network marketing, knowing about marketing altogether, knowing about client attraction, and knowing that if you've got everything, the recipe is there, you're going to bake a beautiful cake. But if one part is not there, is missing, or the ingredients aren't quite the best quality, your cake isn't going to be the best quality. So I really understood that this could have the potential to change everything. Kind of did. It kind of did. So I remember the kit coming, getting really excited, looking at all the different products. Obviously, I tried most of them. Who wouldn't? And it really kind of set a fire off in me. I knew some things that I didn't want to do. I didn't want to go and do party plan. As I said, I'm not a party person. And I didn't really want to retail them on social media. I just wanted to use the products within my business and retail to my clients should they want any of the products. So I kind of knew how I wanted to slot it in. The next stage came for me is, how does my business transform to accept the brand, to become the brand, to embody the brand? Now that's my choice, nothing to do with Neals Yard. This was just my choice. So I set to work. For many years, I had every colour salon possible. I had pink towels, brown towels, red towels, I'd had red plants, pink plants, brown things, you know, pictures and ornaments. And all of a sudden I could just see exactly where I was going. Navy and gold. So I transformed the look of my business, the branding, the style, everything, from literally the couch cover, the couch pillowcase, the duvet colour, the cushions, the furniture, the decor. I up-leveled everything, and it didn't cost a fortune, okay? It's really simple to up-level, but I up-leveled everything, and I actually looked at my price list, and I was able to then up-level my prices. I was able to up-level my treatments, put different things together to create bespoke luxury treatments for people, because aromatherapy and holistics are not your average treatment that you get in a salon. They are prestige, and they deserve to be held in a prestige treatment style portfolio. So I was like 100% all in, complete game changer. My clients loved it literally from the moment I opened my mouth to say what was going on. They were with me 100%. And what was really lovely is watching the clients' expressions when they would come in for the first time into the studio, where my diffuser, can you see it over there, was on with beautiful oils coming into the room. They would get onto my treatment couch and I would have sprayed it with, this is an uplifting room spray, but we had balancing, we had calming. So I used to spray the couch. So the couch used to smell absolutely gorgeous. I'd spray the chair they were going to sit on. So they would go home with that kind of scent on them as well. So the experience would take them all the way back to their house, to the cup of tea, where they sit and they think, oh, I've just had a lovely treatment. I can still smell it all on me. I remember I'd open up my studio door and the smells would come out and the clients would just go, and it would be almost like symbolic, that this is my moment, this is the time for me, this is my treatment that I've been working hard for, I've been looking forward to, this is my me time. And just by walking into the room and smelling all the different oils, it was just like, yes, I'm here, this is me, this is my time out, this is what I deserve. So my clients absolutely adored it. I loved working with the products. They loved the products. They loved being in the environment. I loved working in the environment. To me, it was like just perfect alignment, perfect harmony. Like I say, I didn't want to do parties, but there's plenty of people that only want to do parties. I didn't want to go off and do events, but there's plenty of people that want to go out there into the community and meet new people and go and do events. I didn't want to sell online at the time, but there's plenty of people that go on and sell online. I just really wanted to use the products day by day, look forward to coming into my studio, look forward to putting on my diffusers, preparing all the beautiful products, using them, enveloping myself in them as well as the client. I just knew that it completely enhanced my whole work experience as well as how it benefited my clients. So I just felt like I'd hit the jackpot, just hit the jackpot. So when I started to utilise the products on the clients, what was happening was because your skin obviously grows at different speeds, so 6 weeks skin replenishes. So, 6 to 8 weeks, clients were starting to really notice the difference in their skin, how their skin looked, how their skin felt. On top of already enjoying beautiful treatments they were having already with me, it was kind of like they felt they'd leveled up. They felt they were getting even more, and it was transforming them on a deeper level. And what was happening was it re-stimulated them to kind of talk more about their treatments to their friends. Whereas they might have done that a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 5 years ago when they started originally coming to me, when they first sort of, excited, oh, I'm just going to have a facial with Eleanor or whatever. Over that time, they just relaxed into it and probably weren't talking about it very much. But all of a sudden, they were so excited about the treatments, the products, experience, they were sharing. So what happened? Referrals were coming in left, right and centre. Brand new clients all of the time, every single week. And not just the clients coming in and having the treatments, but they were wanting the products too. And I saw this massive shift in my business, and it was overwhelmingly positive, and it kind of filled me with so much joy, because sometimes in business you kind of think, am I doing okay? Am I doing all right? Because you haven't got a boss. When you're your own boss, you haven't got a boss telling you you're doing a good job. The only way that you can kind of like monitor, if you want to call it that, how well you're doing is by the rebooking. So if a client's had a treatment and she comes back, you can go, well, I must have done a good job because she's come back, okay? And then what tops it off is when that client introduces somebody to you, you know, well, you definitely have done a good job, because if she's gone to refer you to somebody else, her reputation is on the line, and she's invited somebody else brand new on her word to come and book with you. So for me, it kind of really gave me some self-confidence. It really kind of made me think, yes, I've made the best decision of my life, bringing this brand into my business, into my world personally, but also into my business. So I have a few products that are my non-negotiables. I thought I'd just quickly show them to you, just in case you're curious. So obviously I've showed you the Wild Rose Beauty Balm, the iconic. I will never be without this. I will, if this ever gets discontinued, I will be buying up the stock. This is something that, as a woman, hormonal, this is something that I use if I'm stressed, if I'm tired, if my skin is feeling a bit lackluster, if I'm feeling a bit emotionally fragile. And I know I'm talking about the emotional side of things, but it's jam-packed with essential oils that help to balance you. If my skin is a little bit haywire, you know, I've got aging going on, as well as oiliness, as well as lines. So this is kind of like your wonder pot product, okay? It does so many things, and this is something that will be my go-to at night product most nights. Sometimes I use other products and I kind of go, well, one night I'll use that and one night I'll use this, but you get it. Last thing you do, you have it by your bed, you get into bed, duvet on, okay, sort your hair back off your face or whatever, you get it in your hand, you just take 3 deep breaths. I can still smell it from where I rubbed it into my hands a few minutes ago. And you do that, and then you basically work it over your face, around your eyes and your temples, around your jaw where you get a bit of tension, under your jaw, down your throat, across your chest, okay? And any excess you put on the back of your hands, and you drift into a beautiful sleep. So, Wonder Balm, Wild Rose Beauty Balm is a Wonder Balm, so non-negotiable. Second non-negotiable, I mentioned earlier, I suffer with a chronic long-term back condition, and when I discovered they did arnica, it's also a balm. There you go. This is something that I use on aches and pains. It can also be used on strains and stuff like that. So that is a non-negotiable, okay? Another non-negotiable for when I'm stressed, anxious, feeling a bit overwhelmed, and I know sometimes I come across as Mrs. Confident, okay, but we are all human beings, okay, and every now and again I hit a wall with something and I find something really challenging. It might be a personal matter, it might be a business matter, and we all get stressed and we all get a bit of anxiety, and this has kept me, I'll use the word sane loosely, but this has kept me together and supported me. This is the Optimism oil. Now, when I was going through a real stressful period and I had chronic anxiety and panic attacks that I couldn't leave the house, and I was still trying to battle through clients, this went in the diffuser every single day, okay? I'm not going to wax lyrical about oils, essential oils, and how they can help well-being, but there's loads of information on my website, and if you follow me on Facebook, you'll see it as well. Essential oils are incredibly supportive for well-being, so that is a non-negotiable. Another non-negotiable are the Remedies to roll. Okay, now I use these on facials for clients. So when I was doing a facial before I'd start a massage, I'd use it on the temple, sometimes on the end of the nose, across the décolleté. When I was doing a pedicure, I'd use it around the ankle bone, okay? If I was doing a manicure, it would go on the pulse points in the wrist to help calm and restore balance to my clients, okay? When I was stressed, this is what I used. Quick little... Okay, Remedies to roll. These are my non-negotiables. I talked about room spray. This is just not a room spray. This shifts mindset, this shifts mood. This is super powerful. And these are room sprays by Neals, but it's way more than that. They need to come up with a better wording than room spray because it's super powerful. These contain essential oils. And this one is uplifting. So if you're feeling a bit sluggish, a bit tired, like that 3 o'clock in the afternoon lull when you go for a cup of tea or a coffee, this is brilliant. I've used this one, oh, this is mine, for years, literally from when I started. I think we had one of these in the actual starter kit. I've used the calming one. I spritz it over my duvets. When I had clients, I would spritz it over the treatment couch as well. Completely a non-negotiable, okay? And obviously over COVID, I know we're not really talking about that anymore, but over the whole pandemic, we were washing hands, sanitising hands left, right and centre. And for those of you that work with clients, you will also know that that's what we do all day, every day as part of treatment, care and hygiene. The organic hand defence spray was something that I used all of the time. I use this still. I have it in the car. I have it in my handbag. And this is just a fantastic little hygiene tool. And because over the pandemic, like I'm sure all of you, my hands took a bit of a battering, especially with all the alcohol-based gels that were out and about. And actually the frankincense intense hydrating hand cream I use now. I always used to use all of the other hand creams. There's loads. I've got loads in my house scattered everywhere. But this one's pretty hardcore. So they are like my non-negotiables from a personal level. But I'm kind of hoping that you can see that all of these can be used within a business, okay? So whether you are a yoga instructor and you want a diffuser and you want oils, whether you're a Pilates instructor and you want to use a room spray, whether you're a Pilates instructor and people are saying, oh, I ache, I've got aches and pains, you might want to recommend your arnica. If you are in if you do nails or manicures, then hand defence spray every single client. That's obviously from the hygiene perspective. And then you've got treatment hand creams that you can be using. And even when I used to do nails, so forget the manicure side of things, even when I used to do nails, I always finished every single treatment off with hand lotion. So all of these products can be incorporated into your business. If you're a counsellor, if you are a CBT therapist, you could use these products in your treatment area in whatever way you feel can support your clients. If you are none of the above and you are working a full-time job or a part-time job, or you've got kids and you are just looking for something for you to potentially grow a business, to potentially grow a second income, you can use all of these in whatever way you choose, whether you do parties, whether you do events, whether you actually go on and you know, do little consultations with people. You can utilise the range as well and obviously use it for yourself. So hopefully this is all making sense. So let me talk a little bit about perks, because we love a perk. So like I said, you don't have to be a beauty therapist to be a Neals Yard consultant. If you just love the products, if you just love aromatherapy, if you just love well-being, if you just want to use them for yourself, you just use your account for your own shopping, okay? You get 25% commission or discount, whichever way you want to play it, straight from the off, okay? So whatever you retail, you get 25%. Also, there's only just one kind of target, if you want to call it that. It's not even a target. if you spend just about £80 once a year, which, let's face it, if you love the product, you will do that. That just retains your account in active status, okay? But you can buy for you can buy for friends and family, you can buy for gifts. I mean, the gifts are beautiful. So you can just use it personally for yourself, okay? And during the pandemic, I dislocated my knee a week before the pandemic, and we were shut down as a country. So beauty therapists were all out of work. And just the week before, I was already signed off because I'd just done my knee in. You know, the whole of that 2 years, really, lots of beauty therapists were struggling to make an income. Those that were doing Neals Yard really saw significant income coming in because everyone was shopping online and they were just retailing and growing in their businesses online. And in that time, for me, it was kind of an opportunity to use the products for myself, to explore the brand a little bit more. And I personally really enjoyed the fact that, okay, I wasn't doing treatments, but I could still work and enjoy the brand. So it was kind of like a whole new learning curve for me in that period of time. As a business, it's a British iconic brand. I mean, it kind of speaks for itself. If you saw the products and you looked at the brand and you started to use them, you'd really kind of feel that amazing vibe that the company gives off. It's so prestigious. I would class it as kind of mid-range brand. If you're used to using moisturisers that are $1.99, you might consider it expensive, okay? But if you're used to using salon and spa product brands, you will consider this really good value, okay? So the price points of the products are really great. What it could do for you if you incorporate Neals Yard into your existing business, it can potentially draw more eyes on your business. It can potentially draw new people to you from a different demographic, potentially. Everybody loves aromatherapy. Everybody loves and enjoys holistic kind of care and well-being. So if you suddenly shift from mainstream into something like this, into like prestige, bespoke, luxury skincare, you're going to see a shift in your business at the same time. The starter kits are still flipping amazing, to be quite honest with you. We don't get paid a penny for talking to you about starter kits. So, you know, I'm not going to say one's better than the other. They all bring different things to the table. If you are really nervous, maybe you don't come from any beauty, any therapy, any complementary or holistic therapy background, and you are a stay-at-home mum who has the passion, loves the brand, but is really scared about investing, there's a £25 kit. I'm not going to lie, you don't get a lot in it, okay? It's £25. The value in it is fantastic, okay? But as far as the product range, you just get a hand-picked selection of about 5 or 6 products, okay? 3 of which are full price. But it gives you the access to your free website. It gives you the access to all the tools that you can learn about the business, learn about what you want to do, learn about the products, the brand, etc. with a very low risk £25 investment. And if then you decide, it's not for me, it's not for you, just buy when you want to buy and that's it, okay? So that's a perfectly acceptable kit to join on. If you are a therapist and you are seriously looking at building a business for yourself, so you already maybe have a business and you're like, I really want to make my business successful, I really want to carry a prestige, iconic British brand, then I would 100% suggest you go for the Superior kit, which is about £125, I think. And the value in that is just incredible. You get so many products, so many. It crosses all the different kind of treatment portfolios. And that would then give you more opportunities to utilise those products in the treatments that you do. It will give you more opportunities to talk and try the products and potentially like display them in your studio or in your salon, or if you're mobile, to take them with you to introduce them to people. The bigger kit, the prestige kit, is for somebody that's really serious about making additional income, okay? The mid kit, which is £50, is still flipping brilliant, okay? But it's probably for somebody that maybe just started off in their business, is a little bit unsure about what they're doing, how they're going to get there, and how this is going to work and how this is going to integrate. And they love the products, they love the idea, but they're just that little bit like, oh, can I do this? Is it going to work? It's possibly a slightly lower budget for you to go, worst case scenario, I'll keep the kit. Okay? But all of the kits are available on the website. Now, I will just put a little caveat. I've got some more to tell you about. Just a little caveat in there. The £25 kit, as of today's date, when this is going out, is only valid until the 31st of October. On the 1st of November, the £25 kit is not available, okay? So if you're like, look, just give it to me, I just need it, I'm just going to work it out, I'm just going to go for that, you need to grab it quick. Okay, hopefully this is all making sense. Oh my God, I've got loads more to tell you. Right, I'm going to be quick. So, what else can I tell you? Other perks. You can learn as you go. Okay, there's training galore that you can tap into. What I love about Neals Yard is they're not gonna treat you like a child. Okay, they're not gonna spoon feed you. They're not going to do everything for you, and rightly so, because you are an independent business person. Okay, it's up to you if you're motivated. It's up to you if you're disciplined. It's up to you if you want to do the learning. It's up to you how you choose to grow your Neals Yard Remedies business. Okay. However, they provide you with the best of the best training, support and resources. There's images, there's manuals, there's consultant guides, there's how-to guides. There's some amazing Facebook groups that are really, really supportive communities, okay? So what they provide you with is the support and the guidance for you to excel, okay? But like all businesses, it comes from what you are prepared to put in yourself, okay? If you really, really want your business to work, you will do all of the things, whatever they are, for it to work, okay? And that is how people in business grow successful businesses. They go all in, they do the work, they see the results, okay? There's so many benefits for utilising all of the different brands within your business, you know, and for yourself. You know, we've got so many ranges that will help support your well-being as you're learning and growing how to run a successful business. We've got nighttime ranges, we've got sleep ranges, we've got anti-aging, we've got, oh my God, we've got women's balance, we've got well-being ranges, all there to support you whilst you are supporting yourself and potentially your clients and potentially your business. So you have to think of this as a part of your life. These products, the range, can complement and support you as a person, and that then reinforces you, makes you stronger, makes you more resilient, makes you more capable to then go forward and do your best work in your business. You can earn money, obviously, off selling all the products, like I've said, you 25%, but you can also earn from growing a team. And this is sometimes when people go, do you want to grow a team? Okay, I've been there, I've been like that myself. You really don't have to do anything, because the ethos is, if somebody wants to join your team, they have the same opportunities as you. They have to do the same work, spend the same time exploring what they want to do, learning the things, putting things into action and succeeding in their own business, okay? You are not there to be their boss. You're not there to hold the hand. You're not a manager. You're an independent consultant. You run your own business. You can showcase and you can introduce people into the brand, but it's not your responsibility if they do well or not, okay? Because in a lot of direct selling brands, there's so much emphasis on strong leadership and everyone's got to be a leader and everyone's got to know all the things. That isn't the case. You're an independent consultant, number one, and you own your own business, number two. You're not responsible for anybody else's success. But you are responsible to share the amazing products and the brand to people that you think potentially could change their life in one way or another. So whether you are coming into Neals Yard as just a client, just somebody that goes, do you know what, I love the sound of these products, I just want to order, fantastic, welcome, message me, I'll show you the link. Whether you're kind of thinking, well, I've got an existing business and I think this could give me another income channel, okay? Because do you know what? We're in 2023, at the time of this video, we're in 2023 and we have to, as a business owner, we have to earn income from where it comes. We can't just put all our eggs necessarily in one basket and expect that basket to permanently stay full. If we are able to draw in income from different avenues, then that's what makes our business successful. So this could be something that you want to bring into your own business to earn more income. It could be that you've got a really amazing, like I did, I had a really great existing business, but I knew this would level up. This would take me to a different income level. This would take me to slightly different demographics, bigger client base, more referrals, and get me basically fully booked, okay? Which is, as a therapist, a working therapist, that's what you want, isn't it? So for me, it totally changed my skin, my well-being, my life as a person. Forget business. It totally changed everything for me, okay? Like I told you, all my non-negotiables, I will always have these products, okay? But also, as a business owner, it totally transformed my business. It leveled up my business. The business that I dreamed about, that I didn't know this, I didn't even know this brand existed. I didn't know that I needed this. I didn't know that it was even possible for me. And it all came down to just listening to that opportunity, going to that party, exploring the products and really kind of thinking, well, actually, this could really change, and giving it a try. So for me, it changed me on a personal level, but like I say, it changed me on a business level, like blew my mind, okay? And for me, what I love is the opportunity to say to other people, this can happen for you too. Obviously, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't promise you anything. I can't, and I certainly wouldn't give you false promises and say, oh, this, that, and the other. The success of your business is in your hands. You know, if you're a mum that just wants a purpose, wants a new passion, wants a new hobby, wants to get out of the house, wants something for herself, wants to enjoy beautiful products, absolutely run with it. Why wouldn't you run with it? Why wouldn't you give it a go? Okay, nothing ventured, nothing gained. If you have a business and you think, actually I could level up, why wouldn't you give it a try? Why? What have you got to lose? Absolutely nothing. Keep the kit, use it for yourself. So I hope you've enjoyed this evening. I hope this has been informative. There's loads of information on in here, on my business page, etc. And I'll put all the links under this video for you, so you can go and have a little read and search. If you want more information, feel free to message me. If you are kind of thinking, well, I've got this business at the moment, I'm thinking about integrating it, how would it work, Helena? Message me and I'll give you some ideas, and you can go away and you can have a think. Or if you're just listening and going, just sign me up, just give me the products, then just click on the link that I'll share and your kit will be with you within about 3 or 4 days. So thank you for being here. I hope you've enjoyed listening to my story. I hope you can feel like I love the products. There's products everywhere. There's just like, if I do this, can you see all those products there as well? Yes, I'm addicted, but there you go. It's a beautiful brand. Who wouldn't want to be addicted to it? So thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. Like I say, reach out and ask me if you've got any questions. And I will see you all soon. Take care. And like I say, it's a beautiful brand. Definitely go and explore it. See you soon.